What's going on, family? Welcome back to Israel's Movie Reviews. And today we are going to be discussing a movie called Emily the Criminal. And this film stars Aubrey Plaza, who I'm a huge fan of. I think she's multi-talented, multifaceted, and a lot of the things that she's been doing recently. We all know her from Parks and Recreation. We know her from the most recent Child's Play film. And she's an actress that I always pay attention to. I loved her in Parks and Recreation. I thought she's one of those actresses where she's very funny, but sometimes in a lot of the roles in the past, she comes out a little dry. But, you know, in this film, man, she, I think, matched her ability and even times it by 10 with what she was given and directed in this film. I think she was definitely the highlight. This film, in a nutshell, she plays obviously a girl named Emily, and she's a struggling gig worker, delivering lunch orders to offices in these tall buildings. She has about $70,000 in debt in student loan, and she also has a felony conviction on her record that blocks her from any decent job. And if you know anybody like that, or if you even like that, then you can definitely understand and put yourself in these predicaments early in the film. We see how the past haunts her, as it haunts most of us sometimes. And what's cool is, without spoiling anything, the breaking point of this film is in an interview, and it's also our first peek into not only her life but her natural instincts and her fight basically to overcome certain situations that she has to adjust to. You know, she's a Jersey girl living in LA with a bucket list that seems nothing like a dream, you know what I mean? But one day a coworker hooks her up with an opportunity to make a couple $100s within an hour. And of course, the opportunity turns out to require something illegal. And she goes ahead and accepts it. But desperate times, you know, call for desperate measures. And man, the film definitely takes a calculated turn after that. That's basically the gist of the movie. I don't want to spoil too much for you, but man, she gives a very, very solid performance. Her co-lead, who compliments her in this film, is Theo Rossi. I think he's an awesome actor. He's one of those actors where I want to see in more movies. I feel like, you know, she's the queen of blistering one-liners. She just has that look to her. But in this film, you could tell she's transformed herself completely. She gives a very positive and serious and frustrating vibe in a good sense. Like I said, she's multi-talented, and she's exciting to watch. You know, this feature film, it was the debut of writer and director John Patton Ford, and he provides Aubrey the opportunity to not only push her dramatic chops into the world of crime in this film, but she doesn't disappoint. You know, she definitely excels as each scene passes by. You know, I think this was a terrific movie, you know, with excellent performances throughout. I think this movie had outstanding character development. What I liked about the movie also is Emily has this, she plays the role perfect. She has this Jersey accent. You know, you could tell that the life of crime that she, I'm not gonna say chooses, but ultimately has to go through, her journey in the film is very, very believable. Many of us, including myself, I went to school and we had, or have sometimes, a lot of debt. Sometimes don't even work in the field that we actually went to school in. It's also plays on a commentary on the difficulty for people living on the edge with problems involving their background, even regarding a background check, being deeply in debt, and basic LA. What I liked about this movie too is LA is basically another character in the story where this takes place. This movie definitely takes place and in LA. And what I like about this is it's not your typical movie where you're gonna go to this movie just for entertainment. This movie teaches you lessons, has a lot of moral values, and engages you in such a way where you're like, wow, you know what I mean? There's never a dull moment. You know, the ending definitely stays with you, you know? To me, this movie is best seen in the actual theater because this movie is gonna definitely stick with you. You know, this is basically where I want to leave you without spoiling. You know, this movie gave me chills. You know, it's very anxiety inducing in most of the film, most of the scenes. You know, she this movie gives an interesting look at hiring people here in the U.S. You know, and the problems with student loans. You know, she along through the movie, she tells a story about how she got her felony and why she got it, you know, and, you know, people that are frustrated with the way that the world works after you got a felony or even a misdemeanor, and see how you're overlooked and how the economy plays that against you. When employers can be a little more selective, they use it against people. And, you know, you can see why people become career criminals when they can't get ahead. And I'm not excusing them, but I hope, you know, this, changes, you know, obviously down the line. But, you know, it's something that I dealt with myself. Not felonies or anything like that, but the student debt. And I'm guessing in the movie, she's around my age. And we're fed that we need to go to college, and loan companies are giving us money so we can go ahead and succeed and get our education, but they're very predatory when it comes to us, right? They'll give us the loan knowing that we're not gonna be able to pay it, or we might even stop going to college, you know, in general. I think in the future, things are gonna change when it comes to colleges. But, you know, what I love is this movie gets into all those topics. You know, shout out to Gina Gershon also. You know, I love, there's a scene in the movie where she gets into a debate with that character, Gina Gershon, who plays Alice, who's standing for the generation before us. And she had to work hard to get what she got. And now they expect people to work basically the same way, or even without the pay, but they want you to do the same work. It's crazy. This movie, I think, was well made. It was a great story to tell. I would recommend this to anyone. You know what I mean? All of you guys who are watching this right now, I think you should definitely go and take the time and definitely go check this movie out. You know, and just relax and sit down, because you're going to be shaky. You're going to catch anxiety. Keep that in mind for sure, because this is one of those movies where it takes dramatic turns, and the film delivers in so many areas with lapses in storyline and construction that, you know, someone like me who dissects everything I see, you're gonna be in for surprises, you know. Aubrey Plaza, I think, knocked it out the park. I think this might be her best film up to date. Not only is she compelling, she's engaging. You're gonna be sitting there. Movie's well paced, well acted, obviously, with Theo Rossi being involved also. The story is very believable, very tense, solid, very surprising at the end of the day. Very simple and short, but very effective at the same time. Nice little drama that doesn't overstay its welcome. The pacing is so good that it goes by in a breeze. You know, it's not there to lag. It throws you the story, and it doesn't go overboard. And it's a nod to the struggle of the working class. And sometimes you question in the film, is she a criminal? It's a well-done story. Go check it out. If you like this interview, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. And if you want more content from me, all you gotta do is hit that button and subscribe, man. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.